I can't. Gojira, you're a monster making me react to this monster. Hello, everyone. It is I, the Fable of Fables, your new best friend. I'm recording some more content for you all since I'm pretty much going to do a lot of stuff all at once to kind of get to some of your requests. I know this is a newer one, and I do apologize for that. It's just I am doing a lot of Transformers today, so might as well. Anyway, Gojira, you butthole, you're making me react to Rampage. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hey, here goes nothing. It's not that bad, but like, oh boy.
This episode, we're looking at another Transformer name that's been used down through the franchise's history to refer to some very different characters. These are the basics on the Berserker bots who have all shared the name Rampage.
Oh yeah.
The original Rampage was released in 1986, the third year of the original Transformers toy line. He was one of the Predacons, a team of Decepticon hunters who all transformed into wild animals. Rampage transformed into a tiger. The team could combine into the super robot Predaking, with Rampage forming either of the giant's arms. A profile for Rampage was written by Marvel Comics writer Bob Budiansky, which described him as a gunner who preferred action to thinking. True to his name, Rampage went through life violently lashing out at anything and everything around him. With his incredible strength and ability to leap vast distances in beast mode, he left a trail of devastation wherever he went.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that could calm him was television. Put Rampage in front of a screen and he could zone out for hours. The more mindless the program, the more it entranced him.
That is interesting.
Rampage appeared alongside the other Predacons in classic media like the original Transformers cartoon, the Marvel comic book, and their various sequels and spin-offs. But as often happens with Combiner team members, he didn't really stand out from the group, never even getting to truly display his Berserker personality. He was just one of the team, taking part in their hunts either as an individual or as a part of Predaking. Check out the basics on the Predacons for the full story on the group. After the end of the original series, it became common for Hasbro to reuse Transformer names on new, unrelated characters as a way to keep their trademarks on them active. For that reason, a new group bearing the name Predacons was introduced in 1996, the villains of the Beast Wars toy line. It was to this faction that the second bot named Rampage belonged. Beast Wars Rampage was released in 1998 as part of the line's Transmetals range, and transformed into both a huge king crab and a tank-like transport mode. Rampage joined the cast.
Rampage in the Beast Wars continuity is the one I know most of. I also know about the fact that, he ate fucking Sparts out of the other Bobots because he was a 1%er and he was also insane, and I think they experimented on him that made him insane, then started to eat other robots' literal life force.
Of the Beast Wars cartoon in its second season. Originally known only by the codename Protoform X, he was created by the Predacons' enemies, the Maximals, in a misguided experiment to replicate the indestructible spark of the immortal Decepticon, Starscream. The experiment was a success, spawning a seemingly unkillable being able to rapidly heal any injury. But Protoform X proved cunning and treacherous and escaped Maximal custody. Able to psychically feed on the fear of others, he became a cannibalistic serial killer and slaughtered his way across the galaxy until he was eventually hunted down and apprehended by Maximal security officer Depth Charge. Unable to destroy him, the Maximals sealed Protoform X in a stasis pod and loaded him aboard the starship Axalon, intending to dump him on some far-off barren planet. Unfortunately, the Axalon crash-landed on Earth, and X was unleashed once more. Only this time, he was quickly brought to heel by Predacon leader Megatron, using a blade of Energon Megatron carved X's immortal spark in two and extracted its core. Though
Jesus
separated from
Christ.
it, X could still feel everything done to this removed portion of his life force, meaning that Megatron could cause him pain simply by squeezing it.
Jesus
Thus
Christ,
tortured
dude.
into submission, X was forced to join Megatron's Predacons and was given a new name: Rampage.
Fucking Megatron does not mess around. Good lord, man.
Rampage enjoyed several spotlight stories in the series, none more memorable than the tragic tale of his brief, doomed friendship with Transmutate, a naive, misshapen robot in whom Rampage thought he saw a kindred spirit.
Also, in the Transformers, the comic one that is essentially just like the Hunger Games, they were actually still best friends as well, which is kind of funny.
The third season, Rampage suffered further indignity at Megatron's hands when the Predacon leader used his spark core to give life to a clone of the deceased ex-Predacon Dinobot. But he also had the twisted joy of being able to renew his feud with his old enemy, Depth Charge, after the Maximal tracked him to Earth. The pair's rivalry reached a climax in the series finale, when the deranged Rampage chose to end it for good by allowing Depth Charge to impale his spark with raw energon, causing it to
Jesus,
erupt
dude.
in an explosion that destroyed them both. In
Oh, that's-
2014, a new
Jesus Christ, that's one hell of a way for it to go out, I guess. You and your arch nemesis bestie just going out in hell. Jesus, dude. I'm sorry, that actually caught me off guard. Holy crap.
toy of Beast Wars Rampage was released by the Transformers Collectors Club, a retool and recolor of Transformers Prime Megatron, which transformed into a Cybertronian spacecraft. The figure earned Rampage a starring role in that year's club-exclusive comic, plus a series of follow-up prose stories, all set in the world of Beast Wars Uprising, a dystopian alternate
that's
future
the
version
one, that's
of the
the
Beast Wars universe. The Rampage of this world was a more tragic, tortured version of the character, tormented by his own monstrous nature, who was once again paired with Transmutate for a story that saw the pair face down the alien mastermind, Lord Imperious Delirious, and his efforts to manipulate them into serving him. Beast Wars Rampage almost made the jump to the live-action movie universe in 2023's Rise of the Beasts. But the scene in which he would have featured, in which his dead body was found in an underground cavern on Earth, was cut from the film. But then, the movie universe did already have a Rampage of its own. Introduced in the 2009 film Revenge of the Fallen, Movieverse Rampage was a member of the Decepticon construction vehicle team, the Constructicons. A brutal bot who lived only to fight, he transformed from a bulldozer into a jackhammer-like robot mode. Multiple toys of Rampage were released in the movie line, including standalone figures and ones that could combine with the other Constructicons to form the monstrous Devastator, whose left leg Rampage became. Now, movie Rampage's story is a bit confusing, so bear with me on this one. In other Transformers series, the Bulldozer Constructicon is traditionally named Bone Crusher, but that name had already been used in the movie universe for a Decepticon mine-clearing vehicle featured in the first film in 2007. So when the Constructicons were brought in for the sequel, the Bulldozer was renamed Rampage. Concept art for the character was yellow, so all the early toys of him were that colour. What confused things was the film itself. It used the Constructicons' designs for multiple different robots at the same time, which meant that two bulldozers with Rampage's design appeared in the movie. A yellow one, who combined with the other Constructicons into Devastator, and a red one, prominently featured in his own showcase action scene, in which he lured Autobot ally Sam Witwicky into a trap by holding his parents hostage, leading to a battle with the Autobot, Bumblebee. Contradicting the toys, the film identified the red bulldozer as Rampage, but confusing things further, He was listed in the credits as Skipjack, a
Wait,
placeholder name that had been used during the film's production before Hasbro had decided what to call him. It fell to the toy line to sort things out. After the release of the movie, Rampage's toys were switched to being red to match the film, while the yellow bulldozer was retroactively established.
Sorry about that, I had to order a pizza. I'm gonna have to edit that out.
To be a separate character, and given Rampage's placeholder name, Skipjack, as his own. Those are the three main Rampages, but there's one other use of the name worth a quick mention. 2002's Transformers Armada featured an Autobot sports car who switched sides to the Decepticons after believing his allies had abandoned him on the battlefield. Hasbro named this character Wheeljack, but in Japan, he too was called Rampage.
Oh my goodness.
Go watch the basics on Wheeljack for more about him. While there might be more to say about the other characters who have shared the name, the original Rampage has remained active alongside them, appearing with the other Predacons in assorted pieces of new media in the 21st century. While he is still a pretty unremarkable character, he was briefly brought to the fore by IDW Publishing's comic books in their 2010 storyline, International Incident. In this story, the Predacons were stranded on Earth, separated from their team leader, Razorclaw, and Rampage stepped up to take command of the group, leading them into an alliance with the government of China, defending the country's borders in exchange for Energon. There have also been several new toys of Rampage, beginning with a mirror universe version of the character from the world of Shattered Glass, a recolor of the Minicon Tiger Snarl, available exclusively at official convention BotCon in 2008. This was followed in 2018 by a faithful update of Rampage's original toy, released as part
that is a really cool looking toy, my goodness.
of a new box set of fully combining Predacons in that year's Power of the Primes. And most recently, in 2026, the team received a dramatically stylized anime-style makeover in Japan's high-end collector-targeted Adams.
God, that looks amazing. Holy shit, that model looks so good. What the hell?
Machina series. And those are the bots called Rampage. Some very different guys with one thing in common. If you're in their way, then you're in big trouble. And those are the basics on Rampage. Which one's your favorite? Gotta be Beast Wars for me. For
Yeah,
more
Beast Wars
Transformers
is
characters
kinda
and
cool.
history like this, subscribe and check out my archive, and get early access to each new episode by becoming a channel member or signing up on Patreon.
Seriously though, the freaking Rampage and Beast Wars is really cool. So yeah, guys, if you like this kind of content, do like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to check out Chris McFeely. I also have to edit this to make sure you guys don't see what I just posted, all that information, because I probably will dox myself by accident. Anyway, love you guys. Be safe. Be good people. Eat plenty of cheese. Check out Chris. If you guys want to help me and my family not starve. Okay, we're not actually starving, but like if you guys kind of want to help me and my family pay for some groceries for a while, I'd greatly appreciate it. I love you guys. Be good people. Stay safe. Asking for help.